So why should you build your brand on LinkedIn? I'm going to show you one number here to convince you why it's important. Well, just look at this number right here. 337,482 impressions over the last 7 days. So think about that. That's about 48,000 plus customer touches per day, impressions per day, video views per day. That's almost a football stadium full of potential customers in your niche every single day. So the number one way to build your brand and get this type of attention on LinkedIn is to create content that brings value. Now I'm going to say that one more time because that's extremely important. And really the only thing you need to know to start is, are you creating content that brings value? Okay, so that could be multiple hours, multiple day seminars on that particular topic. But in this video, I'm going to kind of give you an overview of the different types of content you can create on LinkedIn, what it takes to make this type of content, and also to give you a level of self-awareness as to what type of content fits in your personality, which is extremely important. We'll tell you why that is here later in the video. All right, so I'm gonna do is just take control of my LinkedIn page here and go through and show you some different type of content that you post on LinkedIn, always remembering that the number one rule is to bring value to your audience. Not what you seem to think is valuable, but what your audience thinks are valuable. Okay, let's dive right in. I'm gonna go to my feed here, show all posts. So there's basically 3 different types, different media types when you're creating content. We think of it in the terms of the olden days of television, radio, and newspapers. Now, if you're 55 like me, you've used all this media. You may not if you're younger, but hang with me for a minute. I'm going to explain to you what I'm talking about. So when we talk about newspaper, we're talking about written word or images. Okay, some people are really good at photos. Some people are really good at writing copy. This post would be an example of that. This is just a little bit of a post that I did. We're renovating our podcast studios. In this post, I'm continuing to tell the story of the renovation, and then I'll build on that as we move in. Not extremely valuable to the viewer, but something to make note of there. Okay, then you have some inspirational type posts, which again would be a written word, images, kind of along the lines of we might think of something like a newspaper. I like to post things that help me and hopefully will encourage others throughout the day. This is another tip I'll give you in this presentation or in this video, that helping to lift others up is a great way to build your brand and build your audience and give back. Okay, so those are some examples of newspaper. So let's talk about video, okay? Video would relate more to what we would consider to be television, okay? Now, some people are good on camera. Some people are good on video. I actually enjoy doing video. This is a post right here that's bringing value because I'm teaching something in my niche, and this could be in any niche. This happens to be HVAC. I'm teaching how to calculate chiller tons. But you can see there's a small post copy here, but the majority of this is me speaking in the video, okay? So video is probably the most engaging or impactful content you can make. Actually, I'm gonna scratch that. It's not probably, it is the most engaging type of content you can make. So if you don't feel like you're comfortable on video, I get it. I wasn't comfortable in the beginning, but do yourself a favor, give it a try, give it a chance, and don't do one and then just, throw it aside, because it is very impactful. If you can stick with it and do it, go for it. I today enjoy doing video because it's easier for me. I am not a very good writer, so writing articles, writing blog posts, writing any type of post is very difficult for me. It's much easier for me to get on and do video like I'm doing here. So give that a try. Then you have audio. So audio, a version of that would be like a podcast, okay? I don't have an audio file here to show you, but think of audio as a podcast, okay? So if you're good at audio, you could also start a podcast and you could put that on here. As a matter of fact, I do have a video here somewhere that is an audio file. Let me see if I can find it here. A video that's an audio file. That'll come clear here in a minute. And as you can see, as I plow through here, there's all different types of content you can make. This was actually a factory tour I took at JCI. That turned out to be a great piece of content. And let me see if I could find okay, so it took me a minute, but I found it. This was a recorded podcast. So you can do a podcast where you can just use the audio. We like to record our podcasts on video as well. That way we can issue the video clips online. We could also put the video on our YouTube channel, and we could take the audio clip and we could put that into our podcast. So that's a quick summary of the 3 types of content you can make. Think of it in terms of newspaper, radio, and video. And again, it's important that you try different types of media and find out what you're good at, what you're comfortable with. Here's the reason why that's important. I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. The reason why is because creating content is hard. Like, it is not easy. It takes a lot of work. You're going to have a lot of ups and a lot of downs. You're going to have a lot more downs than you're going to have ups, spoiler alert. But that's okay. That's true with any new art form or media you're going to try. So give it a try. Find out where you fit, what you're comfortable with. I can tell you right now, if I had to sit around and just write all day, I would be burned out really quick and I would stop. So find the thing that gets you excited, that motivates you. Go with that. Do more of it. Keep trying. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to go into some deeper dives here on creating content, what it takes, and I'm going to walk through some very specific examples and show you how we created this podcast. And I'll show you how I created some memes, which are, by the way, are a great tool to grow your brand and build your audience. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.